Welcome to Conversation with Zaki Baruti, with your host, Zaki Baruti. And like always, I want to give a shout out to my biological family. What's happening? To the Universal African Peoples Organization family, what's going on? And to New Life Evangelistic Center family, headed by Reverend Rice. Keep up the great work. And on that note, we'll have another great show because in the studio with me is a dear friend and comrade in the movement for social justice and equality and activist in his own world, and a member of the Universal African Peoples Organization and a Los Angeles Lakers super fan. But I'm speaking none other than, for many of you who probably know him in the St. Louis area, and that's none other than Brother Anthony Cage. What's going on, Brother Cage?
Brother Zaki, yes, sir.
How
yes,
you
sir.
doing there, sir?
I ain't gonna complain.
You're not going to complain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. You know, when I begin all my shows, I always like for folks to know a little bit of the background of the person I'm interviewing. So wherever you want people to know of Anthony Cage growing up or wherever you want, would you please share?
Well, again, thank you for allowing me to be on your show. I appreciate it. Again, my name is Anthony Cage. I'm with the Universal African People Organization. I've been with this organization since the 2014 uprising with Mike Brown Jr. in Ferguson. And I must say that I am more than happy to be a member of this organization. And I'm looking forward to getting many more people to come in and join in our organization. But as far as about me, I've been out here for a while in the movement, trying to do the right thing for our people, and just trying to look out for, making sure we have racial equality in this community, and trying to stay impactful and thankful and appreciative to my God, Jesus Christ, for allowing me this time out here in this space.
I know that's right. So your activism, you know, you did join our organization in 2014, but how long had you, prior to joining us and we meeting, had you been involved in the movement? And I want to also visit Ferguson also. Go ahead.
Well, I like to give my movement beginnings back to Brother Anthony Shaid. He actually was the first person to actually put me up on for learning how to do the movement, taught me all the ins and outs. We dealt with Value City Furniture back in the day. And that's how I actually got started back then in the early 2000s. And so after that, I just kind of just stayed active out there in the community. But, you know, of course, when 2014 came around, that just kind of
accelerated everything.
Everything.
Now, you mentioned Value City. What was happening with the Value City?
Well, same thing. You know.
For those who may be outside of the city or not familiar with Value City, what was the circumstance?
Shot Corporation. That was actually the furniture store back there. It was out there on Lindbergh, and it was just some of the ways in which they promoted. They said they promoted within the organization, which was fine, but they weren't promoting none of us who had previous experience or had the qualifications.
And when you say none of us, you mean black people?
Yeah, black people in general, yes. And they was basically looking over us, and they basically was putting some of the white young gentlemen into the management team, no experience. No, some of them didn't even have a diploma or GED, but yet they was good enough to just be put into that position without giving us the same opportunity as they was giving them. And so
y'all had seniority, and they just jump over you.
Not only seniority, but the experience, the seniority, and just more, and they just chose not to address it. And then when we brought it to their attention, and you know what really sparked it was from Mr. Brother named Mr. Jeff. We asked him why we not even getting interviewed for none of the stuff, and his response was, "Why would I interview you if I already know I ain't gonna hire you?"
Wow.
So that pretty much.
So what happened as an extension of that? Did y'all rebel, the employees, or what?
Yeah, we pretty much, it was about 9 of us, decided that we had to pretty much, that was pretty much the straw. It was already some other little things that was occurring, you know, but when he said that to us just in our face, you know, that was just a total disrespect and disregard for us to not even be given the opportunity. But yet, that's what y'all say. You promote from within, and we just wasn't given the same opportunity.
So how did y'all respond, and did you accomplish what?
Well, yes, we started protesting on the weekends, going out there. I was still working there. You know, it was on Saturdays and Sundays, and we would go out there, and it would start having a financial impact on them. And when you start having a financial impact on someone, that's when they decided to come to the negotiating table and try to bring, man, and try to bring some type of closure to that. And it was some trying times out there, but yes, we did get changed. We got that particular guy, Jeff. He was no longer working there. We bought some the color that came in to try to put some diversity back into the company. Actually, and we pretty much did a good job. It took us about 1.5 years for all that to really transpire, but it did happen.
So you did say it was kind of a victory for diversity at that time.
Yeah, I was offering the Lord's Son. I still remember it. It was 9 of us, but when we went to mediation, I was the first person they offered money to, and they just offered me a large sum of money. I turned it down. I turned it down for the sake of the whole group in general, because we tried to go in as a group, but they decided they wanted to go in as individuals, and they just singled me out, I guess, because I was the more vocal one. But I chose to say no, and in that process, I ended up getting less, but we all gained more because you had to look out for your team if I was going to be the leader of the team, and basically that's how we made it happen.
Oh, okay. And Shaheed helped you in that process, Anthony Shaheed. Shout out to him.
Yes, Brother Anthony Shaheed, I always appreciate you, love you. Appreciate everything you taught me out there in the movement, and he definitely was a reason why we made that happen. Without him, it wouldn't happen.
Okay, then your next major event was the Ferguson Uprising. But before we get into that, we're going to take a quick break.
New Life Evangelistic Center has so much to offer during this holiday season. Would you like to come out and help us on Thanksgiving Day? Well, call us at 314-421-3020. We'll be gathering at 7 in the morning on Thanksgiving Day outside of 1411 Locust, feeding the hungry, helping them with transportation assistance, and a whole host of other items. So call now, 314-421-3020, if you want to help on Thanksgiving Day. On Christmas Eve, we're going to be meeting out in front of 1411 Locust at 3 p.m., and then we're going to be going out to all the homeless encampments. So that's on Christmas Eve. You can also call and get information on that. And also, if you do drop by 2428 Woodson Road, pick up a bundle of papers. Help share the Christmas spirit. Yes, we have the New Life Zoe free paperback, and we make these available free of charge. So there's so many ways that you can partner with New Life Evangelistic Center. Again, you come by 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Ask for a bundle of papers, and we'll be happy to give them to you. You can wish people a Merry Christmas. You can share the meaning of Christmas and the love of Christ. Hope to see you soon.
New Life Evangelistic Center wants you to join us for our events. We have a variety of different kinds of events that happen throughout the year here at New Life Evangelistic Center, and you're invited to all of them. We have special faith promise and fundraising dinners that we definitely want you to be a part of. Here you'll learn more about our staff, you'll learn more about all the different things that are going on at New Life, and you'll also be inspired by what God is doing by building His kingdom through this incredible ministry. You don't want to miss these dinners. We also have special fundraising events like a walkathon. And we have another event where we will spend a night out with the homeless. This is a very special event, and we don't want you to miss it. We also have unique events where we serve homeless men and women and equip them with the things that they need to survive. These events happen throughout the year, and especially during Christmas or Thanksgiving. Here we serve meals, we serve tracts, and we preach the gospel with our words and with our actions. We definitely want you to participate with that as we seek to interact with people who are experiencing homelessness. For all of these kinds of events, we need volunteers. So you can learn more about our events by going to nlecstl.org/events. Or you can call us at 314-421-3020 to learn about our closest event. I definitely recommend that you get involved in your community by partnering with us here at New Life Evangelistic Center.
Welcome back to Conversation with Zaki Baruti. In the studio with me is Brother Anthony Cage, an activist, social activist, and member of the Universal African Peoples Organization. On the other side of the break, I was getting into the next stage of your involvement at a high level, and that was the Ferguson Uprising that came as an extension of the murder and assassination of Mike Brown, Jr. You were living in Ferguson at that time, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
So what motivated you to get involved in the uprising?
Well, I mean, it was just almost, I guess, it was a moment, when one of those moments just happened, and when I was I was actually looking on the TV screen, and I saw a lot of stuff going down, and as we was looking at the TV, we realized that, hey, I decided to go out there and see what was up, see what was going on, and from there, we just decided that it was time to go out here and stand up for the injustice that just had happened with this young man's tragic death.
How long after when he was first murdered did you get involved? Was it immediate or a couple of weeks later? Or?
No, we was there. I was the next day. I got a picture in my office with me standing outside with a sign. So no, it was like really outside that quick trip, and so no, it was really the next day. Really, kind of that night you rolled by, but the more involvement came really that next day, and it was something there we just kind of.
So, Eric, were you consistently involved in many of the demonstrations that were taking place at that particular time?
I was out there almost even after I got off of work, I would go out there and be out there all night, literally. I mean, at this time, I was talking to this young lady, we were living together. She used to think, are you sure you out there? Till the kids used to say, he on the news, we see him on the news all the time. Yes, he's out there. So, yeah, it was... I was out there.
It was real intense.
Yes, it was very intense.
And it was during that period of time that you and I met, right?
Yes, sir.
And what was the circumstance? Do you remember?
Yeah, actually, it was on that particular Saturday when we did the big rally, right? When we planned that first big rally march downtown, and I had knew of Zaki Baruti, but I didn't know, I wasn't directly involved with you in the organization. But then once I got involved with the organization, but before that, I saw you out there marching with us, and I saw you had some signs saying that you was running for county executive. And I came up and introduced myself to you and asked you what you was doing, and you explained to me you was running for county executive. I said, can I help you? You were like, sure. So I took some of the flyers and started passing them out. Then I came back, asked you got some more. You were like, yeah, sure. Then I came back, got some more. Then I came back again, and you was like, wow. I was like, yeah, I got some more again. So I passed them all out, and then you offered me, answered me that I'd like to come to one of your meetings at the office over there. And I told you yes, and pretty much from there, once I went to the meeting, I came, you wanted to join. I spoke and listened to you, and listened to you speak, and took me a couple of sessions, but came out, but because I never joined no organization because I always consider myself an independent person. But this man right here is a true friend, a true one of us. He don't want you to look. He don't try to look down on you. He don't want you to make you think he's bigger or better than he's exactly what I just said. He's one of us, and by him, I could feel that one of us and me. That made me feel comfortable enough to say that I feel comfortable with joining this organization. And that was 10 years ago, and I think I've been loyal to this organization ever since then, just as much as I'm loyal to the Los Angeles Lakers. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, out of the struggle in Ferguson, this was the 10th year anniversary of Ferguson. Were there any accomplishments?
Well, I think, sure, it was accomplishments and setbacks, but, showing the diversity, some people think it wasn't, but I think, it may be kind of somewhat reverting back, but what we accomplished during that time, I think showed a lot, in us for us. But the first, look what a lot of people came out of that. You had Ella Jones, the first black mayor for Ferguson, Wesley Bell coming out there, and now he's Congressman Wesley Bell, Congresswoman Cori Bush, and so, and a lot of other people, I myself, a lot of the other people, they just came out and created positive change in the community. Fran Griffin, and I just think it was quite a few people.
Because at that time, and so that was an extension, one of the things we was pushing was the lack of black political representation in Ferguson, which has spread it across the St. Louis region.
Right.
Now, turning, and I want to salute you because you also have intensely worked with the unhoused people of the St. Louis area.
Yes.
And you led an effort for the organization a couple of times in terms of trying to help the unhoused. And explain those initiatives.
Yes, well, that's something I think we all should try to, in whatever aspect we can, however we can, to try to reach out and help the unhoused. And so again, I'm asking on the first weekend of December that we will be going out again to pass out coats, blankets, and so we asking any and everyone that has partially used, if they make sure they're washed and clean, we appreciate it. New, used coats, blankets, jackets. Drop it off to us. You can drop it off at our location at 9420 West Florissant, and also
repeat that address.
9420 West Florissant.
Okay.
And you also drop it off at our location at Legacy on
5241 Delmore Avenue.
5241 Delmore Avenue. We will be there coming up this weekend, and anyone that want to make a donation for us over there, we will definitely be there. Or you can come to our location at 9420 West Florissant as well.
And we'll be there at 2 p.m. on November the 23rd.
Yes.
Okay, we got to take another break.
Do you have any idea how many people are having to sleep outside? Yes, viewers of the Zaki Baruti Show, you are being called into action at this time. Your help is urgently needed here at the New Life Evangelistic Center. Our teams are going out every day, and we need your prayers. We need your gifts here because we receive no city, state, or federal dollars. How many times I have to personally run to the store in order to just buy meat and bread? People could be making sandwiches and bringing them to the doors here at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. They could be buying cases of water and bringing them here so we can get these out to the homeless people. 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. They could write out those checks and send them in because we have to buy this. They're depending upon us. And not only that, they get bus tickets, hundreds and even thousands of bus tickets distributed to so many people that need transportation assistance. We can't do it without each and every one of you. It's New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org. Your prayers are urgently needed at this time. Come on, you watch the Zaki Baruti Show. You hear about the various issues. Now it's important that we respond to those issues by helping so many people that have fallen through the safety nets in spite of the promises of the politicians. So many people are hurting right now. They're out there. They don't know where to go. What are they doing? I don't see hardly anything in St. Louis County, Jefferson County, St. Francis County. I can mention county after county, Madison County, St. Clair County. They want to ship them to St. Louis. St. Louis can't take care of all the problems. But we got to get all these other counties involved. In the meantime, we got to get your church involved. We need you. I've got a book I've written that if you'd like a copy of that, it's called The Case for Compassion. We'll be happy to share that with you if you request it. When you send in your gift to New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org. It's called The Case for Compassion, citing over 2,000 Bible verses that are used throughout the Scriptures, and yet we don't hear about this. I preach like we should. You can get a copy for your minister. But let's get our churches involved. Let's reach out. Let's help those that Jesus referred to. The least of these, after you've done to them, you've done it unto him. Let's help them right now. Please get involved. Call us at 314-421-3020 or share that much-needed gift at P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org.
Welcome back to Conversation with Zaki Baruti. In studio with me is my dear friend Anthony Cage, a member of the Universal African Peoples Organization. On the other side of the break, we're pushing one of his initiatives as head of the outreach to unhoused, which sometimes people call homeless.
Right.
And that we're going to be having a coat and blanket drive. And again, where people can drop it off at?
That would be 9420 West Florissant Avenue.
9420 West Florissant.
Monday through Fridays from 8 to 5. And you have anything you want to drop off to us, we really greatly appreciate it. Also.
And we're having a special day, November the 23rd, where we're having a community meeting at Legacy Cafe, 5249 Delmore, and you can also drop it off there. Yes. Now, turning back, Brother Cage, you recently had a health challenge. Do you mind sharing with the audience your health challenge, and what are some of your recommendations coming out of that health challenge?
Sure. Well, back in 2022, I was first diagnosed with gastric stomach cancer, which was very challenging times for me in my life. But
that's in 2022.
That's when I first got through that. So I had to endure chemotherapy, surgery.
Chemotherapy, surgery.
And then I had a big major setback, which was required another major 9-hour surgery and
9-hour surgery.
And 28 days in a hospital after that. But I had to go every 3 months and get an MRI. And right now, I just came back from my last MRI last week, and everything came back good. And right now, I'm at a stage where they're saying that I only have to come back once a year now instead of every 3 months or even every 6 months. So,
oh, praise be. That's great then.
And I just ask everyone that please don't be afraid to go get screening. And if you know, sometimes had I not went to the doctor the way I did, I probably wouldn't have got diagnosed early. But early diagnosis is key into trying to make sure to prevent and spreading the spread of cancer and trying to save your life. So, if not just my particular cancer, if you don't be scared to go get a colonoscopy, upper endoscopy, where they're looking down in your stomach, and you have to get your colonoscopy, regular breast screening for women, and so forth. Just going to get to the doctor and getting checked out about yourself to make sure that you can try to catch these things early if they are inside your body somewhere.
All right. Now, how old are you, Cage?
I'm a young old man.
How is that?
I'm in my 50s.
You're in your 50s.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
then. So I know that was a challenging time for you. Were you satisfied by the community? Since you're known in the community, was there an outpouring of love for you and and prayers and what have you?
I can't even. I mean, all the people, especially my second family, Universal African People organization, my job, my family, my friends, the community, the outpouring for support from all over the country from people. I just can't even comprehend just how much love and support. I totally appreciate it, because it definitely was needed, and it was appreciated, and it definitely helped me get through those times, because that was definitely some trying times in my life, scary, but I had my faith, and when you have faith and belief, sometimes that's your best friend, sometimes that is your best friend.
I know that's right.
So that's my faith and my belief, knowing that I had the support out here, but also the support and full coverage from my higher power, because once my God told me, Mr. K, you got full coverage over here and over there, he gave me all the peace that I needed to.
Well, I'm going to mess with you like I used to mess with my mama. I'm gonna mess with you like I used to mess with my mama. Mama was a believer in Jesus, and I say, Mama, when she was, going toward that stage, I say, aren't you ready to meet Jesus? She say, no, wait.
I believe.
So he wasn't ready.
God said, we still got plans for you out here.
I know that's right.
He said, you still got work to do.
All right, we'll take another break, our last break.
During this holiday season, we join the New Life Evangelistic Center search and rescue teams. You can do that by volunteering, by praying, and through your direct giving. During this time, we need a financial miracle. We can not only raise money for all the meals that we're distributing to the individuals that are living on the street, but blankets are urgently needed, sleeping bags, tents, gloves, socks, hats, warm winter coats, and much more. For further information, call us at 314-421-3020. Your gift is absolutely essential at this time. So many people are hurting, and donations are way down during this holiday season. We need a financial miracle at New Life Evangelistic Center. so we can continue to be there when people are hurting. It's New Life Evangelistic Center. P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166. You can give online at newlifeevangelisticcenter.org so that we have the tools as our teams go forth. If you want to join them, call us at 314-421-3020.
Now is the time to pray. As you're praying, please remember New Life Evangelistic Center and its daily work among the hurting, the hungry, and the homeless. Remember the Bible, ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it shall be opened to you.
Welcome back to Conversation with Zaki Baruti. We want to have a couple more minutes with Brother Anthony Cage, a well-respected activist in our community, member of the Universal African Peoples Organization. You know, we just had a recent election on November I think it was the 5th, the presidential election, and your guy Trump won. You're a Trump supporter, weren't you?
That was so hilarious. That was hilarious. No, but the 20% of our African American men actually did. It was so amazing. That, I mean, I just can't believe it. I mean, that just goes to show you that we still got a lot of work to do for them to have put that much faith and belief in someone who told it's a lame duck president because he's only one-term president. He doesn't need no support from none of us because he has all the authority and the power. He has control of the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, the presidency. He can't run anymore, so he don't need nothing from nobody. He's already showed you what his agenda is. He's running clearly on a revenge tour just by looking at the people and some of the cabinet positions that he's already trying to put in place. So, hey, we tried to warn us. I mean, but it is what it is. I respect our female women of power, and I'm hoping one day our brothers will start to learn to respect our female women of power and don't be afraid of that challenge. I would take her over someone like her stature any day and every day.
So in terms of, you know, for many in the community, especially the black community, that was kind of like a devastating impact. Some say, well, none is going to change anyway. Why should people be voting? I guess that's the question I want to pose.
Well, voting is the way of change, you know, and we see that by when they create the change that they want for their agenda. They go out and vote, and then they create the laws that benefits them and their agenda that they're trying to support. So you answer us, well, it's way more of us than it is, in particular, I'm just saying more poor people than rich or people that will be in more need. It's more lower paying people or middle class people than it are rich people. So for us to get them to comprehend what's at stake when we go to voting, we have to be more educational to them to get them to understand just how important their vote is, because they don't think their vote matters, especially after the outcome of this last election. That just really just puts more doubts in people's mind. So we have to be more educational to them to let them understand just how important their vote is and show them that, look, and us as, I used to label myself a Democrat, but after this last election, I'm clearly an independent voter now, and I mean that because until you can show me that you won't allow another particular party, in particular what they did, hijacked us, I won't allow it.
Okay then, Brother Cage, I was going to ask you, I only got 30 seconds left, why is it important, one word, to join an organization?
Because everyone needs an organization out there after what's going on, especially after this last election. So if you want to join an organization, we are the Universal African People Organization, and we are the organization for you to join if you're looking for someone or organization to join.
Okay, that's more than one word, but that's great. On that note, I want to thank the audience. May God bless you, and as he mentioned, and as I always say, vote as well as join an organization that speaks truth to power. On that note, may God bless each and every one of you. And again, Universal African Peoples Organization. Thank you.
UAPO.